Hello Pisces Sun sign and Pisces Ascendant. This is your forecast for March 2016. And this month starts out with a lot of activity in your first house. And the first house is all about you, all about what you need and or what you want. It's also the house of being courageous, having faith, and taking action. So in the first house, you got the Sun and Neptune. Ultimately, you're going to have Mercury and Venus traveling through there. You've also got an asteroid known as Chiron. And all this energy is just about, what about me? What about what I want? When do I get those things? And the answer is once you start making yourself, and again, your wants and needs more of a priority. So I would say to a certain degree, the universe has given you a bit of a permission slip to be a bit more selfish, to focus on your needs. If you don't really focus on those things, who else will? You know what you want and need, so it's your responsibility to make sure that those wants and needs are getting met. So I would say a few things about this energy. If you've had any plans that you've been sitting on for a while and procrastinating on or being a perfectionist with, it's time to stop thinking, time to start doing. If you've been fearful in any way, the first house is about being courageous. And I would say for you, face those fears. Without fear, there's no opportunity to be courageous. So you have a very strong desire to see movement, to see action in your life this month. So even if you're just taking small baby steps, forward progress is forward progress, okay? And the reason I say it that way is in the first house is the house of the planet Mars and of Aries, and that energy is very impatient. So this month you could just be, I don't want to wait, I want it now. And you're going to have to just be at peace with where you are in your life right now. And I don't mean that to say just accept it, but I'm saying you are where you are, and that's fine. But it's also saying if you're not happy, then do something about it. Empower yourself. So I really guess that's the main theme of this, is just be powerful. Don't settle for less. If you want it, be courageous and go get it. Do what you need to do to be a champion for yourself. Now, this first week starts out in a tricky manner. And what I mean by that is the Sun is making a square, or let me start over. Saturn's making a square to the Sun, and Mars is making a square to Mercury. So you could have some very real fears, some paralyzing fears that, yeah, God, I do want to get started. That sounds great, but what if I fall on my face? Or what if I waste all this time, energy, and money? And you can what if yourself forever, but you're never going to move forward, is what I would say to that. So face those fears, feel that fear, and move forward. You're going to grow more confident as you do. Mars squaring Mercury, again, impatience. You're going to have to do all that you can to just take a deep breath and just keep on keeping on. You can have a sharp tongue during this period due to frustration or impatience with others, or with yourself for that matter. But I would say for you, just be aware that you could hurt people with your words if you just let your thoughts spill out of yourself instantaneously. Your temper can even surprise you. It can just erupt quite quickly. So just be aware of that. Again, this is just the first week. Now, Mars goes into Sagittarius on March 5th. That goes into your 10th house. So in the 10th house, this can say a couple of things. The 10th house is your house of career. And so you're a total leader and a go-getter in career. You have a plan, you see a way to be successful, and you can have sort of tunnel vision. I'm going to get this done, and I'm not going to let anybody or anything slow me down or get in my way. So just be aware that you can unintentionally ruffle feathers or step on people's toes. Try not to be bossy. Try to listen to other people's opinions. I just see you being very mission-oriented this month. So the good news, you're going to be productive in career. The bad news, you might hurt people's feelings if you're not careful with this. This just says you're really feeling passionate about being successful, and also that you could be a workaholic and overdo it a bit with your effort that you're putting in. So just be balanced with that. Don't overdo it. Okay, so there's a new moon on March 8th, and that's in your first house. So new moons are about new beginnings, and the first house is about, well, it's about you, as I said, but it's about fresh new starts as well. So there can be a new goal, a new dream, or that fresh new start. You're taking action, you're launching your plans, and that's a good idea. This energy says that that is something that you need to do. At the very least, on an intellectual, mental, emotional level, prepare yourself to move forward with inspiration and hope in your heart, and just keep on keeping on. As I said, the new moon definitely promises a fruitful new beginning as long as you're taking consistent and disciplined action. Okay, now the sun goes into Aries on March 19th, and that goes into your second house. So second house on one level is about your self-esteem, on another level is about your money. I do think that they're very closely tied together. So if you feel worthy of abundance, you'll manifest it. You'll attract it. If you don't, you might not allow too much to get to you. So what I'm getting at is when the sun goes into your second house, is a good time to work on improving of yourself, looking closely at why you're worthy, so that you can allow prosperity and abundance to flow into your life. On a material level, it's a great time to ask for that raise, to apply for that raise, apply for that job that pays you what you're worth, or to add another stream of income that will make you healthier on a financial level. And then finally, Saturn goes retrograde March 25th through August 13th, and Saturn is in your 10th house. And okay, so wherever transiting Saturn is, it tells me where you need to hit the brakes and pay close attention. It tells me where you need to be stronger. And when it goes retrograde, the energy of Saturn goes more inward. So in the 10th house retrograde, are you in the right career? Are you in a career just for the money? Just for the financial security? Are you playing it safe? Are you in a career where you wake up and you're just jumping out of bed and it feels more like play than work? If not, then this period, you're really going to be like, I want more from my career. I want to enjoy my life more. I want to enjoy what I do for a living. And so it could be changing your career or finding an employer where you can just find more happiness. It can be starting your own business, but it's just like being authentic within yourself, figuring out what you really want career-wise, finding that north on your compass, and just being honest with yourself. This is what I really want, and then what do I need to do to get that into my life? So if you can face that by the end of this period, at least you'll have some clarity, and at most you might be on a brand new course that's going to bring you much more happiness. So with that being said, that concludes your forecast. I do indeed hope you have a great month, and I'll talk to you next month. Bye-bye.